Welcome to Bleav in Falcons. It's a draft recap. Yeah, we're a little late. We know this. We got things to do. We got families to do. But we got to talk about this. We got to give our 2 cents and together, I think 4 cents, and let people know what Ovie and Mike think, because that's what Atlanta's wondering. What does Ovie Mughelli and Michael Turner think of this draft shenanigans, fiasco, or wonderful opportunity to actually get better? I think that as much as we want to talk about the Falcons and their actual individuals, the story that have been dominating the headlines is of the drop of Shedeur Sanders. And that's directly connected to the Falcons because during his drop, one of our very own Falcons coach's sons decided to get involved in the fray and do his best imitation of Ashton Kutcher's punch. Ashton Kutcher, for the younger kids, he used to do a show called Punked on Empty. All right, we're older now, but yeah, he got pranked, and something was hilarious, something was great, something was in poor taste. What does Michael Turner think about that?
Oh man, that's too sensitive for me to play around with on draft day. I won't play a prank with anybody on draft day, man. That's kind of low because these guys, because you know how nerve-wracking it is. Now that's us going through it personally. We know personally how nerve-wracking that day is.
That ain't shade funny. Like that's funny.
We waiting on that phone to ring. We looking at it like every 10 minutes or so to make sure we don't miss a call. And we pick up one that we get excited for, or somebody else picking up, some of family members picking up your phone and they're excited, thinking it's it, and rips that away from you, man. That's heartbreaking. Just for temporary, because Shedeur knew he was getting drafted at some point, but it still hurts to go through that for even 5 minutes, you know.
Yeah, no, I think it was in poor taste. I'm all for a good joke. You know, Ovie likes to laugh. I think, you know, humor is good even in the craziest times, but not that time and not like that. And it was people are talking about, you know, the Ole Miss shirt and just like, you know, what comes with that. And it was he enjoyed it too much. And if there was granted, there was I think a couple other players who were pranked, and it happens. But I think that the hate for Deion Sanders and the hate for Shedeur is palpable. Like you can probably taste it in the air in certain living rooms, in certain areas. They just don't want him to succeed. And so to do that, knowing that the man's already down, you're just kicking him when he's in that, you know, little anxious, little uncomfortable. Again, I've been there, and this is back when we didn't have a dedicated line and the security they have now. Like only one number is going to be the NFL people. Like we had every number. Bring my phone on draft day. Every number, Mike. Every number. My uncle. Did you get drafted yet? No, dumb, I didn't get drafted. Go and block up the line.
You're right.
It was chaos. So I feel for him, and you know, our DC Jeff Ulbricht, I think it was the story. We'll get the full story someday or never. Who knows? His iPad was open. His son got the information, shared it with another friend. They pranked it, and so big. The Falcons put together a nice little piece to say sorry to Deion, to Shedeur, and that's a classy move because we don't need no more bad juju or karma. The last thing we need is to have some of our organization, you know, say, and then, you know, Shedeur goes off to be the greatest quarterback in the history of whatever, and then our guy struggles or God forbid gets hurt or anything. Like we don't want nothing but good vibes. So now that that's out the way, I think good vibes are all around the Falcons after their first 2 picks in the first round. People were really excited. I was one of them. What are your thoughts?
Oh man, we ended up looking pretty good, man. I didn't think we was gonna get our first pick, Jalen Walker. I didn't think we was gonna get him at 15. He's supposed to have been off the board by the time we was like on the clock. So that was a plus. And then the Falcons got aggressive.
Yep. Sure did.
Got aggressive. Traded back.
I like it. Some didn't like it. I mean, got aggressive with the couple next picks. What do you think about that move? Bad aggressive, good aggressive.
We gave up our next year first round pick, but
we sure did. That's a lot.
But we expect to be good. So we expect that to be in the late 20s, hopefully 30, 32.
Yeah. We expect to be good.
You know what I'm saying? But that'll be good. But yeah, it was too much of a talent just sitting there on the board because he had some background issues, I guess, off the field issues.
Yeah.
Why he was still sitting there a little bit. But yeah, we got aggressive, traded up. I trust the Falcons organization did their homework on the guy, and anything that was kind of a red flag is not major enough for him not to be drafted, especially would not be drafted in the first round. So he's that much of a talent. We bring him into the Falcons facility, the Falcons campus, Falcons family, and we'll see how it goes. We got two guys who can compete or work together and make us better on defense. So let's see how it goes.
And let's not bury the lead as well regarding those who live in Georgia who've been begging for a Georgia player to get taken, to finally have a UGA guy to go with our first pick. I think since forever, like the modern day draft, we haven't had a chance to get a Georgia player. And that's big, because with all of the success Georgia's had, you're just scratching your head why Dimitroff or Fontenot or the Falcons just haven't found a way to mirror success from college and the most successful university in Georgia. So having both that come together with a great pick in Jalen Walker, I think that's amazing. But then James Pierce, I agree. I actually love when teams take chances on players who have a little bit of not as squeaky clean as they would like, but they have that edge. I think there's a give and take. Like, you want somebody not like Tack McKinley crazy, but like you want somebody like crazy enough to where you're going out there and not giving a rat's but what they say, what they do, whatever. You're like, I'm going to show you. Like, I'm going to play right to the edge, maybe a little over every now and then, not to hurt us, but they can't block or guard or scout him because he's crazy. He's all over the place. That's what James Pierce gives us. He gives us that very much needed, I think, swagger and edge, especially losing guys like Grady and losing other guys that are stalwarts in our team. So I love that. What about the next couple picks? What do you think about those guys?
We traded up again to the third round to get safety from Watts from Notre Dame.
Watts.
Now that's a guy that is a ball hawk. He's always around the ball. Watched him last year on Notre Dame. He's one of the key pieces on that Notre Dame defense that led him to the national championship.
Right.
So watching him play, I like him along with Bates.
Yeah.
Two guys that got a nose for the football.
It could be the best safety combo in the league with Jesse Bates and Xavier Watts. If Jesse mentors him the way that he can be mentored.
That mentorship is important. So I trust in Jesse Bates that he'll be a great leader to put him on his wing and show him the ropes.
Oh man, I'm looking forward to that. And then we rounded out with a safety from Oklahoma. We big on safeties, Billy Bowman Jr. And by us taking him, I'm really thinking that there is no need for. Justin Simmons is not coming back. Is that official? Is he signed somewhere else, or is he still a free agent?
He's still out there free. Yeah, but that's a sign that we're not bringing him back. Bowman Jr. is kind of a tweener though. He has played a little nickel too, and along with safety. So we can. He's going to be one of those guys we can move around. He's going to be one of those playmakers, man. That we just be an X factor on defense, hopefully.
Yeah, no, I like it. And we finished the draft with Jack Nelson, offensive tackle from Wisconsin. Sixth round, 198th pick. We kind of talked about with Michael Penix being a left-hander and having tackles to play both sides. Need a strong right tackle now because he's the blind side guy, and left tackle's still important. Those guys get paid a lot. Mm-hmm. So getting a tackle who can give us some more depth. Last thing we need. Season's going great. One guy goes down, two guys go down.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah,
now you're playing with a rotation of practice squad guys just coming in trying to plug a hole. You want to develop and create some consistent offensive linemen. And as both of us as running backs, we know as the O-line goes, the running game goes, and pretty much the offense goes. So if the O-line can get their act together, I don't care how good your quarterback is, how good the tailback is. It's going to be a long season, and we cannot afford any more long seasons, Michael. If I see one more mediocre 7-9, 8-8, if I see one more of those Falcon seasons, I don't care how we get there. We start off fast, and we end up, bad. We end up bad. We finish strong. Like it's still 8-8. Like that mediocrity puts us in that 15th pick to where we can't bet that a Jalen Walker is going to drop down to us every time. Like we're not getting better. We're not, putting or taking the right steps to get that Super Bowl that we desire so much. If we keep on being mediocre, let's either be horrible or let's be great. So I think this draft can help us be great. I feel very strong about it. And even though you're saying Mel Kiper gave us like a C, which I don't know why, everyone was saying the first day that we crushed it. Jalen Walker and James Pearson to have our biggest need be defensive end. We got to get the quarterback. We were the worst, the absolute freaking worst when it comes to sacking the quarterback. And now we are fixing that. There's no way, God forbid, there's no way that these two cannot make a difference on our defense. So to have that, I give us an A++++ to get. I'm biased, but I still give us an A+. We had a need. We filled it with probably the two of the top best pass rushers in the draft.
Right. I'll give us an A. The plus will come after we get some sacks.
Yeah. True.
I give them a plus, And the reason I give them an A because we didn't have that many draft picks, but we were as aggressive in the draft. Still got some like 5 solid picks in that we got some guys that can actually be some key pieces on our team. So I'm looking forward to it. I like we was aggressive. Go ahead and make those trades in a draft that wasn't that deep. We gave up some stuff for next year's as collateral, but we need it right now. We in the right now. We're in right now mode. Get this defense better right now. We can't worry about next year. We got to worry about this year.
Yeah,
and Terry's not guaranteed to be here next year. Raheem's not guaranteed. So we need some impact on defense, on offense, and everything else. We need a great season. So we loaded up, ready to go. Let's see how 2025 go.
I'm thinking exactly what you're saying. I'm thinking because like it's a do or die. It's now or never. I think Arthur Blank, and his fist pumping arms, he can't go through too many more of that excited and like, man, have a heart attack with all of the chances or the times we're grabbing defeat out of the jaws of victory. I always say that because I literally see us do that so often where, we got it. We're 2 games up in NFC South. We're 3 games up. Tampa Bay is so far away. They're struggling. We're going to go to the playoffs.
We're going to run away with it. Yeah. Remember we were 6-3?
Remember we were 6-3, Mike? I was like, we're going to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Playoffs and the win. That was my thing. We're going to the playoffs. We're winning at least 1 game. We're going to have a bye week. I was just like, off bye week. I was like, we're so good. I mean, but Kirk Cousins was beating Tampa Bay twice. We're out here beating we beat the Super Bowl champions. Let's not forget that. That's why I'm not crazy. I'm a little crazy, but like I'm not like crazy to like make stuff up. We were great, and then we weren't. And so with Michael Penix, I think we can be great and stay great. The last thing we'll end off with is a lot of people have their opinions about what happened. We touched on it at the beginning of the show, end of the show, but what happened with Shedeur Sanders being that little bit of collusion amongst the owners, and there's not a little drippage, little droppage of information saying that several owners said don't draft him, told them like take him off the board. We're not interested, and so I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that there are very loud opinions on both sides saying that he did it to himself. He was too flashy. Who's wearing like $1 million of jewelry at the NFL Combine, the draft, and talking crazy. If you don't want to win, pick me. I mean, quarterbacks have been confident in the past, but he was just a very different brand of confident because he had the pedigree to back it up with his dad. And it did rub people the wrong way. I don't think that was enough to where you should take him off his draft board and try to teach him a lesson, because that's all it was to me. I feel like they were trying to teach him a lesson and tell him that you're not bigger than the game. You can't dictate to us, where you go. You and your father trying to act like you're the owners. You still need us to play. And all of that, I get just speculation, allegedly, before you come to me. I think that was something that the owners did on purpose to try and put Shedeur and Deion in his place. And a lot of other people think that, no, he wasn't going to be conducive to a team like that, and people didn't want the circus that came with them, and just chose not to get him. And evidence of that, Mike, is the coach and the GM of the Browns. They finally drafted him, and their faces were stone, just not happy. Who drafts Deion Sanders' son and doesn't at least smile? And they said, we were just tired and
right.
timed up. And now everyone's showing it how it's actually timed up. They draft them, they do not crack a smile.
They don't crack a smile, right?
I think it got so bad. People were like, even Donald Trump was like, what are they doing? Like when the president of the United States is like, we can see that the guy that they're drafted it's not better than Shedeur. Like you guys, there's no way you could explain this. I don't know the rules of the NFL if it's legal to all say, hey, we're not drafting this guy because we don't like his daddy. We don't like his daddy. Oh, that's legal? Probably not. So they ended up drafting him and said, all right, draw straws. Browns drafted him. But what are your thoughts, man? Because I think it was messed up. I think at the end of the day, he's going to ball out because he has one of the biggest chips on his shoulders to ever exist.
Oh man, what I think about it? I don't think collusion altogether. I don't think that was it. I think he just had he played playing poker, man. He had a bad hand, and he was calling everybody's bluff. He thought he was going to be the hot shot.
He sure did.
Because he didn't help himself because he didn't do any workouts at what I'm saying, didn't go to any
he didn't have to. He's top 5 pick, his dad said. Top 5
rounds.
Oh, stop it, Michael.
I was like, no. I thought that. It was, you set me up. You set me up. You set me up.
We're teammates in Baltimore, so we're cool, man. I'm so proud. That's Mike think he got jokes. I don't think it's funny. I think.
But you know how this. First of all, we don't know everybody's draft board, and every team gonna stick to their board. There, and then some like you said, these interviews are important, man. You can't brush these interviews off, man. Like I was nervous in every interview that I was going into.
Same here.
Even though I was confident, I can play football. Yeah, I'm here for a reason. I'm in this room for a reason. It's like, all right, I'm with the brass,
Yeah.
You're in a room with 15, 20 people asking you questions about your life and everything else, but you can't be just too cocky. Have some humbleness to yourself, knowing that you're in a great situation to be in, and you're a fortunate situation to be in, and nothing is promised to you, nothing's guaranteed. Now I think that rubbed teams the wrong way, that he was just like guaranteeing like he was going to be first round, like he had to worry about talking to all these teams. You never know what team's going to love you, So you're supposed to make teams love you in these interviews, and I don't think he did that.
No, he did the opposite.
Obviously, he didn't make the teams love him. So that's my explanation.
All right, no, that's great explanation, man. I love it because the hard part is done. Now the harder part starts. Doesn't get easier for these guys. The hard part's done. Now the harder part starts.
Right. That's when it really begins.
Oh my gosh! I went to a Rally on the Runway Foundation. I had a chance to sit with our boy Tyler Algier, who he apologized for dodging us, ghosting us last year. He said he's gonna hop on this year.
Okay.
I was talking about that rookie wall. He's like, man, these guys gonna hit that rookie wall. He's like, he got a friend. Everyone knows somebody who's going through the process now, and you forget going from college and then going to Senior Bowl and pro dates and going to the draft and then going to the workouts, and then you get like a little bit of time, and then it's rookie minicamp, and there's OTAs, and you try to do the preseason and then the training camp, and it's just you didn't get a break. You didn't really stop. It's just going. That's why week 14, 15, 16, that rookie wall hits. These guys are about to put in some work, and so hopefully they're ready for it. I think it's a beautiful thing. Every time the draft comes, even the unsigned free agents get a chance to see their dreams realized. But hopefully they realize that it is just the beginning of a very, very difficult journey. Not everyone could be Michael Turner, Ovie Mughelli, play almost 10 years, last in the league, be multiple all-pro recipients. That's not typical. Typical is 2 or 3 years and you're done. Typical is practice squatting you out. Typical is an injury will sideline you. And I work through injuries, you work through injuries. That's what they all dream about, but it starts now. Like they on a team, they hopefully getting on a team, you undrafted free agent. But it's exciting for them, and hopefully they make the most of it.
Yeah, it's an exciting time, man. I just want to congratulate the guys. Welcome to the Falcon family. Rise up to all those guys out there, man. It's going to be a different situation. These guys got to come ready to play because we got a standard and we got an expectation of these guys coming in. So I hope they can fit the mold and fit right in and help us win some ball games, win this division. Finally, it's been a long time since we won the division.
It's been a long time, Michael.
It's been a long time. So we got to get that crown back, man. So I hope these guys come in and help us do that.
They will, man. They got no choice. We'll get them on the show and make sure that they minds right. Do a little rookie what you call it? Not what you call it, the rookie symposium. We'll have a Bleav Falcons rookie symposium. Right. Like, all right. So when a girl comes to you and she says, "Oh, I like you," you said, "No, I'm focusing on football first. That's it. No girls until off season." That's it. Rule number 1: stay away from Magic City. Don't let Atlanta get you. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna make sure these rookies have exactly the mentorship that a Bleav in Falcons podcast host can give them. So we'll take care of them, man. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll talk to y'all soon.
Bleav in Falcons
all day.